The new Marzocco GS3 is going to be a game changer. And in the inimitable words of Charles Barkley, that
guarantees.
G'day mate, my name's Ryde, your coffee coach, and I want to have a conversation with you about the new GS3 because I'm 100% sure they're working on a new GS3 or a GS4 or whatever you want to call it, and I have some predictions about the features that are going to appear on this. But I haven't got any word from them. In fact, Marzocco are notorious for locking down all of their secrets. I interviewed them once and they said, no, we're not bringing out anything new. And then literally a month later, they dropped the Linea Micra. But that's all right, because now I know how they play the game, and you can see they've already dropped the Mini at $6,000 US, just dropped the Strata X1 at $20,000 US, and so I think there's this huge opportunity for them to produce the GS4, which I think will be the new top-end home machine. Now, some of you are probably thinking, well, the Strata X1, that is the new top-end home machine, but I 100% disagree. That is not a home machine, despite the fact that Marzocco are passing it off as a home machine. If you look at it, the functions and the features of this make it 100% not a home machine, unless you're doing a home roastery in your tracky dacks or your Ugg boots. This machine is a commercial roaster, micro roaster, or a cafe cart, or some sort of startup cafe. That's what this is aimed at. What can we expect from the GS4? Well, obviously it's going to have a dual boiler. It's going to have PID controls, and most likely it's going to have an integrated scale as part of the drip tray, just like we see on the Strata X1, the KB90, the new PB. This is becoming very common in Marzocco, and I really think that they'll put that into the GS4. Now, they could opt to save money and say, you bring your Akai Luna scale and we will provide the Bluetooth connectivity, but I really hope they don't do that, because that would suck. Because look at Decent. Decent's new Bengal machine is the entire drip tray will be its own scale. So I really feel like Marzocco can easily integrate it, and it looks beautiful. Rather than having this black scale on top of your drip tray, you can have this nice metal integrated with your scales. It makes so much sense. I don't believe they'll skip that. I also expect there to be a paddle, very similar to the Micra and the Mini and the Strata and the GS3. But I think that this paddle will be much more versatile, in the sense that it will be able to do full pressure profiling, not just have a couple of clicks that you can go up and down. You should be able to, in real time, ramp right up and ramp back down again. And although I don't believe they'll put in a tablet like Decent or ES1, I know that the Marzocco are probably going to attack that end of the market that the Decent's going after, and that Synesso, they kind of are attacking themselves, because the ES1 is, I'm sorry, I love Synesso. That is a Synesso. The ES1 is not my favorite machine, and I really feel like they fell short. But that's another story. You can check out my thoughts on that in another video. But the Marzocco GS4 should have an integrated tablet, or at least an app that you can profile in all your variables and then save that and share that and build a community around that. I really feel like this will be a part, because Marzocco are traditional craftsmen, so they're not going to build in a big screen. They might have a small little LCD screen, but they probably won't even have any screen, and they'll just Bluetooth connectivity to an app, to a tablet, which I hope they provide. And then that way you'll be able to experience all your profiling needs, but without interrupting the gorgeous sort of traditional style Marzocco machines that everyone knows and loves. I'm also going to predict that you love these style of videos. I'll predict you. It sounded so much funnier in my head. Okay, anyway, drop me some love and let's get back to the machine. The biggest step forward, I think, will be with the AI technology. We've already seen their AI technology way back in 2019 on the KB90, long before ChatGPT brought it to anyone's attention. And they've already hinted at other AI technology in the Strata X with the mass-based profiling and the smart puck saturation, which gives the barista the ability to set the desired output extraction and also play around with the curve. And then the extraction will adjust to perfectly match that desired weight and adjust all along those parameters, making sure that you get a really nice saturated puck. I think the gear pump will also replace the rotary pump, because gear pumps are actually more efficient and more cost effective to produce. And we've seen that in the Strata X1 already. So I believe that'll help bring the price down a little bit. But the straight-in portafilter, I don't think that that's going to make it to the GS3, because that, again, is a commercial thing. It's because baristas get RSI from doing too much of this if they're not looking after their form. And the straight-in one is great, but if you're making 2 coffees a day, okay, sure, do you really need that technology? As much as I love it, I think they probably will sacrifice that just to bring that cost right down. And I also don't think the auto flush or the auto steam purge functions will be there either. I think they're just, again, things that are more desired by baristas more than the home baristas. Not that you're not a barista if you're at home, the pro baristas. But I think this GS4 is going to be that exploration of extraction and the focus on that home barista experience with ease, with sharing with the community. I really feel like that's going to be the next evolution of that machine. But if there's things that you think that I've missed that you think should be included, that I should have predicted, please let me know in the comment section below, because I think I've covered everything that I would say is going to appear on the GS4, but maybe I'm wrong. Like maybe there will be things like shot lights and shot mirrors. But all in all, they're going to have to cut costs, because La Marzocco do really focus on their craftsmanship. They do really love to hit you with full whack pricing. So I would expect this one to sit anywhere between $9,000 and $12,000 US. So they're going to have to make sacrifices. Otherwise, if they make it too expensive, you'll just up the extra 5K and go for a Strata X1 and then build a house around it. But in the meantime, I think that this machine will fill that gap. And I think that there's going to be some limitation on features, but I think there's going to be a whole lot more than what the Mini offer in that sort of beautiful low profile design that the GS3 currently sits in. Anyway, I hope you like my videos. I'm Ryde, your coffee coach, and as always, enjoy your brew.